So let's look at some more on inductive reasoning. You need to be careful because sometimes there's more than one solution. Sometimes it's not always as easy as they're adding the same positive number every time or they're adding the same negative number every time. Sometimes you have to do a little more thinking. This is a couple of examples of that. With this one, this picture, it all depends on how you're looking at it. If you were looking at the white area, you may see a wine goblet. But if you're looking at the black area instead, you may see two faces that are looking at each other. There's more than one answer to that. Here's another sequence. When they don't give you enough information, here's what can happen. I have 2 and then 4. Well, part of me says, okay, they added 2. I can add 2 more and I get 6. But what if they multiply by 2? 2 times 2 is 4 and 4 times 2 would be 8. So we need more information to decide. Let's look at example 3. This is a famous pattern. This is the Fibonacci sequence. When you look at it, it goes 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, 21. Now we need to predict what comes next. We are not adding the same number each time, okay? Obviously, if we were adding the same number each time right here, we would have a problem. 1 plus 0 is 1. 1 plus 0 would be 1 again, so that's not what's happening. We're not multiplying by the same number each time either, so we have to look for another solution. So for this particular problem, what they're actually doing is adding the numbers before it. Okay, you start with 1, you repeat it, and then 1 plus 1, well, when I say you repeat it, let's say we started with 1, there's nothing to add to it, so we have 1. Then 1 plus 1 is 2, 1 plus 2 is 3, 3 plus 2 is 5, 5 plus 3 is 8, 8 plus 5 is 13, 13 plus 8 is 21, 21 plus 13 would be our next answer. If we do 21 plus 13, we end up with 34. Okay, so you're always adding the preceding number. With this one, there was nothing preceding that, so we ended up with 1 again. Then we add the preceding numbers. 1 plus 1 is 2, and so on. Let's look at another one. This one is a pattern which has pictures and dots in it. Okay, so we're going to have figures, and part of the problem is figuring out the figures. So we have circle, square, circle, square. Next one's going to be a circle. Now let's figure out those dots. Here we start over here and we go 1, 2, 3. Then we start up here. We're going counterclockwise. 1, 2, 3. Then we start over here. 1, 2, 3. Now we're going to start down here. 1, 2, 3. So the next one is going to start over to the right, and it's going to look like this. It's going to be a circle. We're going to start here and go 1, 2, 3. Notice we're back where we started. It's the same as the one we started with. All of this is inductive reasoning. We use the pattern from something we saw before, specific examples, and came up with a general conclusion on what would be next.